Hello there everyone, my name is Jelboo. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a Planet Zoo veteran or an experienced player, but I am completely new to Planet Coaster. I of course have visited some theme parks before, so I know what theme parks are, but I've never built a roller coaster in any game, let alone in Planet Coaster 2. So my aim for this short series will be to challenge myself to learn how to play this game. We'll try a franchise mode zoo first of all, just to find out what I should and should not do. So I have a few challenges for myself. I want to create at least 2 themes in this park. Probably going to be mythological and maybe the resort theme. Mythological for the theme park and resort for the water park, which I'm also going to try. I want to theme 2 or 3 flat rides, so customize their design, and I also want to build 2 to 3 roller coasters. Let's find out together if Jelboo, the Planet Zoo player, can play Planet Coaster. So what we are going to do first is create a path, a long path that will lead towards the entrance plaza. So we'll just go ahead and make this wide enough, even wider, why not, and create a promenade right up to here. And we're going to want to create a smaller staff path over on this side for the basic staff facilities. Make sure they are far enough. Let's see what we need. A workshop, a staff building. Alright, it seems like we need a workshop in here. So let's place that down. And let's make sure our staff have, at least for the beginning, a medium staff building. Looks like we need power, so let's add that as well. This is the power generator. Let's place that one right here. Add a distributor. Alright, bear with me as I do the barest minimum of beautification around this path here. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, we have our very basic path leading up to the entrance and then the main plaza. Let's start and get to work on the plaza. Let's give it an interesting shape with the path drawing tool. I've decided to go for a blueprint after all, but it's really interesting for me to just study the pieces in here, that this is an archway. These pieces are quite interesting. This is the kind of stuff that comes in very useful when you really get into being a detailed builder. So already I'm quite eager to find out what kind of pieces we have here. This seems to be one singular piece, but these things can be very useful for the future. So it's always good to try and think outside the box when you find blueprints, sort of steal things from them, and this is already something nice to look at. And I think in fact we're also going to go for a blueprint for the entrance itself, and I think this is sort of the theme that I'm going for. Let's go ahead and place this right over here. Since this is the entrance plaza, we want to make sure that our guests can buy information, can buy brochures. We want to make sure they can already grab a bite to eat, and their very first flat ride should be located here on the plaza. So let's try and set this area apart for snacks and food, and also make sure that this staff area is covered, because guests hate to see staff, of course. So let's make sure we build something here that distracts you from this hideous sight of actual staff facilities. So let's go to facilities and go looking for the shops. I'm going to go for the blueprints at this point because they are well designed and they fit the general idea of what I want to do. Let's make sure the guest services are very close to the entrance. Why not have one at either side? And we'll set aside this section here for guests to have a drink or a bite to eat. Let's have a classic chief beef right over here. And why not a vegan option right next to it? I think just some soda to get them started. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, let's keep it at 3 shops and then give the guests some places to sit. So let's go to path extras, I think is what I'm going for. Create custom path extras, yes. Some picnic benches should do the trick. Let's give them a sleeker white and blue tone. Make sure we set aside some bins as well. Let's just copy these ones. And some umbrellas, why not? Also with the blue theming instead of the red, and the white instead of the gray. There we go, that's what we're going for. Let's place these in the middle here. Now I think I'm going to use the terrain brush, the scenery brush rather, to create sort of a little forest area between these two. So where do I find this scenery brush? Right, that's fine by me to start us off with. Of course we need to open all of these. It will auto hire. Okay, we're still paused. We've already lost a fair bit of money, so I think it's fair to say that we should already open our first flat ride to make sure that we don't go in the red straight away. I've read online that keeping your park for free in the beginning makes sure that your park is profitable, because guests pay only once for the entrance, but they will probably pay more than once for rides or for shops. So let's make sure the prices here. Let's check out what the prices are. Can I? Yeah, let's keep it at bargain. We just want the bargain for these prices. What are we selling over here? Some burritos. Also have a bargain. I think bargain is fine here. Oh, I'm forgetting one thing, and that is a toilet. Alright guys, that is a simple setup for our guests. Let's look at the flat ride options that we have. I think I want the classic carousel, right? I think that's what I'm going for. The grand carousel. Let's see what else is here. I think I want the grand carousel and this one. I think I'm going to go for these. Alright, so we want the carousel to be quite close to this area for the atmosphere. Let's say right over here is going to be fine. The entrance should allow for a little bit of a queue. The exit should be right over here. Right, that will do the trick. Seems like that worked. Let's open the grand carousel and for now put the price on bargain as well, I guess. And I think we will let the guests enter our park. It is morning, it is 8:35, and I hope we can entice some people. Here we go, the first guests of our First Steps Zoo. taking their first steps into our franchise. Zoo. I mean, I'm gonna keep calling it Zoo, guys. I'm sorry. I realize I might have said zoo before in this video. It's not a zoo, it's a theme park, right? You'll have to forgive me. It is a force of habit, of course, to call it a zoo. This is a theme park. Welcome, first guests. This is Marissa and Marie, Monte, Ekta, and who is this little guy? Let me click you. This is Carmen. Sure, welcome, Carmen. They're already clipping through the fences here, which I guess I deserve. Already a lesson learned. Paths like this will make your guests clip through scenery. A lesson learned already. They are heading for the Grand Carousel. They're just wandering, they're wandering, they're wandering. Alright, we have plenty of guests very eager to check out this theme park, which has one attraction at the moment. But more power to them. They want to check out this place. I welcome them with open arms. Welcome to my first franchise theme park, everyone. I think this is a good moment to start customizing, at the very least, the look of this ride. There we go. That looks a bit more thematic, and of course some ride music. Finally, some classical music. I believe there is a orchestral theme, and let's just pick this beautiful orchestral piece. Okay, I guess we'll leave it running now for a day and find out if we make any profit. Starting point is $79,000. Let's see if this zoo can turn a profit. Although now that I mention it, I see that time progresses very slowly. This is new to me. You know, in Planet Zoo we would already be a couple of days in, but it seems like days are more important. Yeah, I see. Okay, so it's gonna be a colder time in the beginning, and then we'll have a sunnier afternoon. Okay, it's winter, alright, okay, all of these things are nice to learn about, so okay. So I guess by the end of the day my guests will leave the park, and all of that will have an effect on... Aha! Okay, this is good to know. But still, I'm going to keep it running just a little bit. Maybe speed up, and I'll get back to you. And there's gonna be two options. Either we made money or we lost money. I think that's going to be our two options. Let's speed up and see how my park does. Okay, it is right now 10:42, and I guess this is normal behavior since my park is at the moment extremely boring. Lots of people are leaving, but the game seems to refresh the guests at that point and has sent a whole new batch of people in to check out this amazing, awe-inspiring park. So I've spent a bit of money sprucing up the place just a little bit, but it seems like we are keeping the money income at a steady pace. So I'll just keep fast forwarding for a bit, and very soon we will add, I believe, a second flat ride. Why not in this little corner here, so that when you enter the zoo you can... Stop calling it zoo, Jelboo! Okay, when you enter the park you can see the carousel spinning here, and the larger spinning thingy, the larger, you can see the ride over here, so you get a good taste of excitement from the get-go. Alright, I will see you after I fast forward again for a couple of hours. I've noticed at this point that a lot of guests are walking up to the queue for the Grand Carousel and then violently changing their mind. I want to know what is their issue. I don't really see anything in their thoughts about it, so I wonder what their issue is. Is it just the price? Because it's not telling me that, or I don't know where to look. might want to lower the price. It made no money. How much am I charging for this? It made $70 so far. That's not a lot. Though, of course, what can you expect from something like this? I think at this point, the park is making profit very slowly, but it is not losing money in the same way that I remember when I made my first franchise zoo, which I actually did a tour of in another video. In the beginning, it was absolutely going down the drain. I was losing money so fast that I was getting depressed because I had just bought the game and I thought, yes, I'm gonna build a zoo, I'm gonna have so much fun. And my first zoo was just losing money. So that when my girlfriend came home from work, I was so depressed and I said, I suck at this game. And she really helped me out setting up the game in a better way. So yeah, for those first few hours of playing franchise mode, I was panicking. So far, it has not been as disastrous, but who knows? Maybe if I open this second flat ride, I will have worse luck. So actually, we're gonna keep this closed for now. No one really needs 2 guest services. I doubt if people are already using this. Walk around, people, you have some space. But I think we're going to open a second flat ride right over here. And we're going to choose this chair-o-plane for the thrill seekers among us. And we're going to place it in this quaint little corner here. And have the exit, the entrance, right over here, so we can have a queue. Right, this is the exit, right? Let's have the exit close by. Let's have the queue snake around. And the exit is just a straightforward. Oh, it's already connected. Don't need to connect it anymore. Okay, let's open it up. Oh, it has no power. Let's adjust the color scheme for this and the music as well. Let's just have the same music as the other one, right? Alright, now this ride has a bit of an interesting backdrop and it is ready to be opened. As you can see, fireworks. Hey guests, there is a second ride in our park. You can come check it out right over here. I'll even add some picnic benches over here if people want to recover from the dizziness. Or just some benches. Just some benches right over here. And some lights for those people who want to come check out the ride around closing time. Make sure they can see something. Alright, people are entering our second ride. I love it! Yes. That took a big cut out of our budget though. We've spent like 10,000 Planconian dollars on this. So I think we should stay humble for now and not spend too much. Because I want to end the day with like 80,000 again, right? That's my goal. The first day should have 80,000 at the end of the day. That's the target I'm setting for myself randomly with no prior knowledge for how the money works in this game, but that is my goal. Alright, I'm going to fast forward again and find out how my park does. Okay, yeah, you can do a zoo counter in the comments, I guess, for how often I've said zoo in this Planet Coaster video. Yeah, Planet Zoo is always on my mind, guys. I love that game to death. I will keep uploading Planet Zoo content on this channel for a good while to come. That game changed my life. But also, I think Planet Coaster is a game that I will learn to love, maybe to the same degree. So let's fast forward again. Just a tiny thing I've noticed, right? And it's a point of criticism, I guess, but they've added gorgeous wind physics to the game and weather, as you can see. Um, but when the wind blows through the trees, the actual tree trunk itself shakes and jiggles somewhat disconcertingly, like it's a liquid jelly-filled tree. Um, it's a bit distracting, right? I hope you can tell. Like it's sort of like liquefied. Yeah. By the way, yep, we've already made $3,000, so let's keep speeding up. The rain has made people grab their umbrellas. I wonder, have I sold these umbrellas to them, or do they bring them themselves? Thirst seems to be an issue, and luxury. Hey there guys, you meet me at the precise moment where I realized I have completely underestimated just how long these days are in Planet Coaster. So yeah, it seems like these days are a really important factor in the game, right? It's only 2 p.m. on the first day, and it's winter, right? So it seems useful to, I don't know, it seems like something I want to look up online. Like, do you need to plan for seasons? Does the stuff change between seasons? Like right now it's winter, but it doesn't feel like it's cold or snowy. But yeah, I think since our park is gaining money at a steady rate, we're going to add a 3rd flat ride. And we're going to add it right over here, and I think we're going to extend this plaza into another one, and there you'll have a fork in the road for the water park and the theme park. So let's add this 3rd classic vintage flat ride, a bargain price, and let's open it up and customize the colors once again in our, you could almost say, trademark blue, white, and red. Something interesting I just found out. You can apparently choose patterns for rides like this. I wonder how many rides have this option, because that is really cool. Actually, I think we want to go for. Let's see. This is the bigger pattern, right? We have. All right. I like this. I like this. I think we're gonna want to have the yellow as a red. There we go. And I like this one. There we go. 3rd ride opened already. Extremely popular. I'm playing this on. I didn't change the difficulty, so I guess this is the medium difficulty. But yeah, at the moment there's really no big problems or bumps in difficulty, except for this ride not starting. Oh, there we go. All right. So let's plan our expansion, and then let's have a big enough path here. Can be even bigger actually. And let's move forward. Hey guys, you joined me here at the end of the first day, or almost the end, and what we're building here is a modest, kind of goofy entrance to what will be the theme park area. I could have gone for blueprints like I did here, but I will go into more detail the further I develop this theme park site. The overall goal of this franchise will be building coasters, customizing flat rides, building a water park in Flumes. That is the goal. I want to absolutely ask for your feedback if the coasters I'm building are anywhere close to decent. I will tell you in a future episode what my plans are for my Sandbox series. I have a very specific plan that I'm very excited about, and I think it will find, I hope you will find it equally as interesting. Right, so I'm going to fast forward until the end report of day 1. Okay, here we are, friends, at the end of the day report. The good thing, so we can say, is that the guests in this very small humble park are very well taken care of. People arrive here, they have all the milkshakes and the hamburgers they want. They have 3 beautifully designed flat rides. So, yeah, that's a good thing. The park rating, of course, is very low. There is not a lot to do here. 3 flat rides for the true thrill seeker. There's not a lot to do there. Good thing is we're making a profit of $40,000. I have heard online though that making a profit in this game is ridiculously easy, that franchise mode isn't that much of a challenge. I hope I'm not jinxing myself, I hope I'm not cursing myself by saying this, but I might need to up the difficulty in the future if I want a real challenge. Day 2 has started, but our video has ended. In day 2, we will expand the Greek mythology theme park side of our park, and probably somewhere on this hill build our very first coaster. I might decide here and now what kind of coaster I want. I have a couple of wooden coasters. It seems like most of my coasters are wooden. And I think for my first coaster I'm going to build a wooden coaster which is visible from the entrance right over here. It's going to have to be a wooden coaster, probably painted white with some yellow or red detailing, but it will probably start here-ish and do sort of a loopy kind of movement. That is our plans for episode 2 of our first steps in Planet Coaster 2. Guys, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you very soon for the next episode of Jelboo's First Steps. See ya!